welcome to this new faction overview. Today we're going to be going over Kul'tiras, the naval faction. So let's start with the cheat as always, and let's start with the units. So the Kul'tiras barrack has the Marine. The Marine is a very cheap unit with defense and combat experience. Next we have the Navy Sniper. It has a high damage but a low attack speed and ensnare. Finally, we have the Sea Giant, a very heavy melee unit. It's quite large and tanky. It has Crushing Wave, it can learn Crushing Wave, and Pulverize. The Sniper can be upgraded with a long rifle, which will give it 200 extra range to it, the Musketeers, and the Fusilier, which we will get to eventually. That is all for the barracks. Next up, we are going to be looking at the School of the Tides, the caster building. So first of all, we have the Tide Sage. So the Tide Sage spells are Ice Bolt, Summon Sea Elemental, and Whirlpool. Whirlpool is going to summon an immovable Whirlpool that will slow enemy units by 15% their attack speed and 10% of movement speed. You can also improve your Sea Elementals with Rising Tides. Next up, we have the Thorn Speaker. So the Thorn Speaker is a healing caster with Healing Surge that will heal a single friendly living unit by 120. It has Dispel Magic and Natural Burial. This will raise a berry bush from a corpse, and the berry bush will continuously restore hit points to nearby friendly units like a fountain. Finally, we have the Wicker Beast, the wild form of the Thorn Speaker, with Roar and Animal Fury. It also has True Sight. So it's a powerful melee unit with True Sight, Roar, and Animal Fury, which is gonna grant it 35% attack rate and 25% movement speed. Alright, next up we have the Workshop. The Workshop is gonna be training the mechanized units. So first of all, we have the Siege Tank, quite a classic unit, a high siege attack that can target units, as well as an anti-air attack with a Splash. So it can target all enemy air up to 4 targets around it. Next up we have the Cannon, a very standard, very high damage but very low resistance unit. And finally we have the Bomber. So the Bomber is an interesting one. It has True Sight and it has a small siege attack. But the interesting part is if you research Cluster Rocket, it's going to give it an AoE of attack that can stun. So you can use them to harass, to prevent TP. They're a very mobile unit. The final unit producing building is the Order Chapter House from the Order of Embers. So this is going to train Ember Clerics. Ember Clerics are a very offensive caster with Soul Burn, Revelation, that will reveal the area of a map where it's casted, and Flame Shield. Next up we have the Witch Hunter. So the Witch Hunter has Windwalk, Searing Arrows, and Smoke Bomb, which will cause enemies to miss 100% of their attack and reduce their movement speed. Finally, we have the Fusilier. So this is a long-range unit with Headshot, giving it a very low percent chance to stun enemy targets, and Snipe, which give them a charging attack that stuns for a good amount of heroes. So of course this unit can be improved by Long Rifle. And the last unit we have to look at is the Musketeer. So the Musketeer is the Kul'tiras Elite, and it has the following abilities: Bombing Run, Field Medkit, which will heal a target friendly unit for 600 hit points over 20 seconds, True Shot Aura, Critical Strike, Spell Resistant, and Resistant Skin. So Bombing Run will summon a squad of gyrocopters to attack an area, as you can see. So it has a very long casting range, so you can use it from very far away. The Musketeers themselves also have a long range. Excellent. Now let's take a look at the heroes. So first of all, the first hero we're gonna have a look at is of course Admiral Proudmoore. So this is a tanky caster with some damage potential. So its spells are Call Admiral Guard, that will summon 2 Admiral Guard with Taunt and Perfect Defense. Then you have Rally, that will improve the movement speed of all units around him. And finally you have Thunderstorm, which will summon a mighty thunderstorm to attack enemies. Next hero, we have Catherine Proudmoore. So Catherine Proudmoore is a very offensive hero with a lot of damage abilities. So first of all, they have Scattershot, which will deal 75 damage to all enemies in the zone and stunning them. Then Make It Rain, which is a damaging AoE ability. And finally, they have Deadeye, which is a passive that they give 30% chance to deal 30% additional damage. Their ultimate is Assassinate. They will charge for a long time and throw a powerful 450 damage shot at a very long range. The last hero is Meredith West. This is an offensive spellcaster, which has the following abilities: Frost Nova, Forked Lightning, Activate Mana Shield, and Discordant Cadenza. So Discordant Cadenza is a big AoE that will put all the targets to sleep, making them invulnerable and completely stunned for 4 seconds. So this has a very large AoE, so you can use it to completely shut off enemies. Finally, Meredith has a special ability called a Wraith Form. When she transforms, she's gonna get 1000 bonus hit points, 60 bonus damage, a lot of regeneration, and a lot of armor. It lasts for a very short while, but it's a very powerful survival mechanism. It also granted a very powerful attack with 60 bonus damage. So that is all for the heroes. Now let's take a quick look at the quests. So for the Kul'tiras quest, we have, first of all, the Admiralty of Kul'tiras. This is going to give you the Kul'tiras, the city, Catherine Proudmoore, and you gain a new power, which is gonna give your ships hero units. So let's do it now. Complete the Admiralty of Kul'tiras. I misspelled it? Yes, almost. Complete the Admiralty of Kul'tiras. Excellent. So, let's test this out. Let's build a bunch of ships. And there you go, see? So this one is a hero ship. It has more HP, more damage, and hero damage and hero armor. So this is the same power as Stormwind, but for ships. The nice music. Next up, we have Stranglethorn Expedition. So Stranglethorn Expedition will require you to research the expedition from the keep and to have control of the city. This will give you your capital ship and the buildings inside and move all your non-workers to Stranglethorn Vale. So let me show you. There we go. So now the ship is very interesting. The ship has the drop anchor ability. So let me drop the anchor. Now I can open the ship and I can build my units inside, and look. There you go. This is the ship. That means I can build buildings inside the ship. And I can train and transport all the armies I want and reinforce them. And whenever I close the ship, like this, then I can travel with the said army. And then let's say I can travel to another continent. Then drop the anchor. Open the ship. And then these unit can go back outside. Here you go. So this enables you to transport armies like no other. You can teleport inside your ship because there's buildings, so it's a very, very useful little mechanic they have here. Oh, next quest. Old Hatred. If you are at Hellfire Citadel, Darlene Proudmoore will gain 4,000 experience. Next up is you need to build an outpost in Westfall. If you do, you will gain the ability to train the chapter house, and you can train Meredith West. Then we have the Eliminate Piracy, which you need to destroy Booty Bay. And if you do, Catherine Proudmoore will gain experience, you gain some gold, and you gain control of High Bank, which is the base over here. So let me do that. Complete Eliminate Piracy. Excellent. So this is High Bank. It's a small little city here that you can use to attack. And finally, we have the Beyond the Dark portal. If the Kul'tiras Fortress and Hellfire is destroyed, you will be able to train the Fusilier, and you launch the Kalimdor expedition, which will give you this base over here. So let me show you this now. Complete beyond the dark portal. Excellent. And now if we look, where is the expedition? Should be right here. That might be a bug. Well, you always discover bugs. Let's see. Yeah, this is most definitely a bug. So I will work on that. But yeah, it still enables you to train Fusilier, I guess. Okay. So that has been the Kul'tiras overview. I will have to go take a look at that last little bit. Thank you for watching. I hope you appreciate. Kul'tiras is a very unique faction, a very naval focused faction. And I will catch you all later.